What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video we could talk about AMC Jamie as well as the overall broader market. So today AMC was down for 6.30% for the day. It had a high of $23.85. The average volume on AMC is around 46.13 million, but today's volume was around 62.37 million, which has almost gone the half of the volume but in the AMC from the last couple of days. Like I mentioned in my couple of previous videos, that the wick has already come in the AMC, in the chart of AMC. So the stock will keep going down from here onwards, and that's what exactly happened today. So stock has started going down significantly. Now I personally believe we're going to be in a downtrend for AMC from here onwards. Now let's come over to the GameStop. Now GameStop was down for 7.09% for the day. It had a high of $43.19. The average volume on GameStop is around 13.60 million, but today's volume was around 6.95 million. So the volume was still there. I won't say it's pretty dead, because in GameStop the volume was around 2 to 3 million for a very long time, but the volume is still there. But I personally believe the GameStop is going to follow the same pattern along with the AMC, and both of them are going to go down from here onwards. Now let's come over to the SPY. Now the SPY was down for 0.40% for the day. So there was not much volatility in the SPY today. As we know, tomorrow is a very big day. The CPI number is going to be released 8:30 a.m. in Eastern time, which will definitely shake the market towards the upside or towards the downside. Most likely this CPI is going to be a slight bit lower than what it was expected, but we never know. Anything can happen. Whatever we have been promised and told by the Fed is not right. So you never know. We might have a high inflation still out there. And now we are getting some news from Tesla that Elon Musk has been selling billions of dollars of shares in Tesla. So which is not at all a good sign for the overall broader market, because Tesla is one of the biggest holder in the SPY. If Tesla is going to tank, it's going to take down SPY along with it. But tomorrow we have a big day. Inflation might be still up. You never know what's going to happen. We can't predict the market where it's going to go from here onwards. But just by looking at the option flow, it seems to be like a lot of individuals are betting towards the upside for the SPY from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the AMC. Now I've increased the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now majority of the whales were onto the upside, and they are buying call options and betting that the AMC will keep going up from here onwards, which I am a slight bit skeptic about. I don't think so that the AMC is going to go up from here onwards, because just by looking at the previous chart pattern in AMC, it seems to be like AMC is going to go down from here onward. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit more further and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, now majority of the mini whales were onto the downside. You can see for yourself, this $30 put option is going to expire in 37 days came in a line, and which indicates that the lot of institutional money as well as the retail investors are betting towards the downside for the AMC. Though we had quite a bit of these $22 call options, it's going to expire in 9 days, but personally I believe that the AMC is going to keep going down from here onwards. Now let's come over to the options flow for the GameStop. Now increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now this one whale was buying way too much deep in the money. $16.25 call option. This can expire in 527 days. And he's buying 75 contract and he's paying $191,000 for it. And he's betting that the GameStop is going to go up from here onwards, though which is not much of a suspicious options buying that is happening over here. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales are doing, now majority of the mini whales were again onto the upside. Now when we have a look at the put to call ratio, the 62% is still onto the call side and 38% is the put side. The volume was quite heavy onto the call side, and the premiums are still pretty good onto the call side. So a lot of retail investors are still betting for the upside. Just in my personal opinion, I believe that the GameStop is going to keep going down from here onwards. Even if we have some sort of a big move in this pie towards the upside, I'm still a little bit skeptic about the GameStop and AMC going up from here onwards, because I personally believe the run has already come in AMC and GameStop. Now we just have to wait for a couple of months before we see any kind of a run towards the upside in AMC as well as GME from here onwards. Now let's come out to the option flow for this pie. Now increase the premium to max and see what exactly the whales are doing. Now it's a very confusing sort of a state that is coming out of the options flow for this pie. Now these $440 call option that somebody sold, and he sold 32,000 contract, though it's a out of the money call option, but he's selling it and expecting the price of SPY won't go over $440 in another 72 days, which is a very confident bet this individual is making, that the SPY is not going to go that much of a high. It might go up, but it won't go over $440, and he's just collecting a premium for selling these calls. Now there was this another $430 call option This individual is also expecting 72 days time, and he's selling 16,000 contracts. He's getting $11.2 million for call on the SPY. I want to bring down the premium a little bit and see what exactly the mini whales were doing. Like I said, there were quite a bit of onto the upside, but there's still quite a bit of put buying that is happening into the SPY, though tomorrow is a very big day and we never know which side the SPY is going to move. Even if it is a bad news, market might still go up. If it is a good news, then definitely we are going to be in the uptrend of the SPY. Now when I bring down the premium a little bit more further and see what exactly the mini waves were doing, now I can tell you the kind of put buying that usually happens in the SPY, it wasn't like that at all. Usually what happened is a lot of same expiration and same strike price comes in if there is any kind of a leak out there. But by looking at the options flow, it seems to be like not many people are betting to a specific downside, but there are a lot of them betting towards the upside. Now these $430 call option and $440 call options are definitely a slight bit suspicious. There were big institutional money and they're all of them betting towards the upside for the SPY from here onwards. So if the CPI number comes in a little bit lower, definitely the market is going to rip for tomorrow, and maybe we have a uptrend from here onwards. Now when we have a look at the chart of the SPY, now we know already we have been in a very oversold state already, and there was another significant downtrend after the CPI number that it was released and the Fed increasing the interest rate, and we almost went down to $365 on the SPY. And after that, this is kind of like a sympathy rally that we were expecting over here. And what happened during this time is basically there were a lot of bad news, but every time that bad news was out there, the market used to have a significant sell off in a pre market, but then instantly we used to have a uptrend by the market open, or by the end of the day we used to be in a green. So we never know what's going to happen. We might tank down or we might keep going up from here onwards. What I personally believe, most likely we are going to keep going up from here onwards, and then we have to look at the macroeconomic conditions of the market. Then only we can decide which side the market is going to go from here onwards. But just for the meanwhile, it seems to be like there is no outcome that is coming out of this chart of this pie. Now tomorrow is a very big day. We just have to wait and see how this is going to play out. So thanks for watching my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.